I'm not a Jedi Master. This is just the most comfortable thing for me to wear in the morning. I'm making 2 videos in one day for posterity, I guess, because no one's really watching them now. That doesn't matter. I just need to make these. It's really such a shame that in our country, when you have legitimate physical health and mental health issues that prevent you from working a normal job, rather than being cared for, you are blamed and punished, and you have to prove and essentially beg for help multiple times, usually being denied no matter who you are the first couple times. That's the way it is in this country of the United States when you try to get Social Security and things like that. Now, the fact that I could end up homeless doesn't matter to anyone except for me, really. I mean, there's compassionate people out there who care, but society at large will continue because when you have a group of people who believe that they're on their own, that they have to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, and that's just how it is for everybody else, then whenever someone else needs extra support, all those people are so busy and exhausted from keeping their own lives afloat. And the awareness that they don't have a choice often makes people resentful of those who can't work. I think everybody intuitively knows, even if they like their job, that while a part of them would prefer to be free and to decide when they want to go do something rather than being told they have to. That's my assumption. Even on some subtle level, most people want some more freedom than we have. But I would argue that being unable to work is not freedom. Not having to work is freedom. But being unable to work just means that you don't have the resources that you need, and you become ostracized from mainstream society. I got that morning nausea, and I can't have the cloth touching my stomach sometimes, or else I'll feel like I'm gonna barf. If it weren't for the camera, I would not have this Snuggie on my torso, but I don't want to scare anybody. So yeah. I don't know what anybody's life is like except for my own. But I can tell you, it's crazy making when you put in a lot of serious, concerted effort to just be normal, to just function at a decent baseline. But your chronic illness makes that all but impossible. It's crazy making. You know, monopoly is kind of like a metaphor for our capitalist society, right? Well, if it is really a game like that, it should be an opt-in kind of a situation. Everybody shouldn't be forced to play or else. Like, you have this abundant world, this abundant land, and then some people come along and take all the resources and put them behind a paywall. It's a great way for them to make money, and that's about it. Did you know, for example, that before colonizers changed the United States, modernized it, so to speak, there used to be so much different kinds of food growing abundantly in nature that we don't even know about anymore. Like, did you know that duckweed, that green stuff that covers ponds and lakes sometimes and fish tanks, is edible? It's very healthy. In Thailand, they eat it for breakfast. They scoop it off the surface of their water source, whatever that outdoor water source would be. I don't live in Thailand. I can't remember exactly what I watched, but I saw some older Thai woman scooping this duckweed and then making it for breakfast for her kids. And hell, I mean, I'm almost a vegan anyway, and I'm pretty positive I would happily eat duckweed. But what I'm getting to is our culture sees a pond or a body of water covered with that green plant on the surface and sees it as disgusting and infested. And it pours really expensive chemicals into that water to make sure the duckweed doesn't grow back. When I was 4 years old, was sitting on the floor by myself, daydreaming and hearing the heartbeat in my ears. And my mind's eye took that sound and started to see a Sasquatch walking across gravel or sand. I was 4 years old and I had that image in my head. Sure, Bigfoot's very popular. It's plausible that I had already seen him on TV by that point in my life, but I like to believe that part of my soul, or in a past life, if you like that terminology, used to be a Bigfoot. And if it weren't for that weird experience at 4 years old, I would think it was just a personal preference. But that's a very young age to have something so bizarre come into your head. And when I think about what Sasquatch is purported to be like, solitary, maybe curious about humans, but watching from a distance where they can't be seen or can't be messed with. That's I just want to walk around in the woods by myself and be surrounded by abundance and be able to lay down and sleep anywhere. And if there were noisy humans coming into the woods with cameras and whatever funky tools, I would also walk away from them. Just to preserve my own peace of mind. And maybe if I was born 200 years ago into some kind of privileged situation, I could have been like Henry David Thoreau. Who's the guy? Was that the guy who wrote Walden? And just have this idyllic life on the nature. Yeah. It's messed up, man. Everybody should have what they need all the time. Just to add a delusion cherry onto that delusion sundae, this is the biggest wish that I have in my mind, the biggest hope that I'm holding out seriously, even more than government assistance or finding the right work, is that someday soon the aliens are going to come back and they're going to transform our society away from lack into abundance with free energy and other advanced technologies that liberate us. I know it sounds crazy, like I've been smoking PCP with some crackpot somewhere, but I had this feeling way before I got into Ancient Aliens. I don't know why. Maybe it's just what your brain does if you're not particularly religious, but I would just look at the problems in society and think, well, maybe the aliens will save us. And then eventually I thought, yeah, the aliens will definitely save us. They have to. Yeah. So, hey, I'm really grateful right now that I'm not nauseous and that I'm not homeless and I'm not cold and I'm not sick. I don't know what the future holds, and that's scary. But hey, at least I got to be here to make another video. Thank you for being here. I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.